Hey, Suffield, Connecticut homeowners. What will the real estate market look like in 2025? What are the predictions for home prices in 2025? And what real estate trends should we be watching next year? Get the answers in this month's Suffield, Connecticut Housing Market Update. I'm Stephanie Salerno, a local realtor in Suffield, Connecticut, here to give you the latest scoops on the housing market. But first, let's take a look at what's been happening in Suffield. So for Suffield in November, 9 homes sold, and that's actually down 40% from November of 2023. 9 new listings came on the market, and that's up 50%. The sales price to list price ratio was 99%, and that's actually down 2% from last year. And the average sale price per square foot was $224, and that's up 4%. November's average sale price was $606,000, and that's up 49% from 2023. And the average days on market was 29, and that's down 28% from 2023. November's month supply of inventory is 2.22 months, and that's actually up 4% from November of 2023 and down slightly from 2.67 months in October of 2024. So you've heard this before, but how this works is 6 months is considered a balanced market. So anything more than 6 months is a buyer's market, and anything less than 6 months is a seller's market. So we are very firmly in a seller's market at 2.22 months inventory. Now, before I go any further, if you're finding this information useful, please hit that subscribe button below to make sure you receive all future Suffield, Connecticut housing market updates. Okay, so we're going to take a look ahead into 2025. And we've seen a lot of the predictions change over this past year if we only had a crystal ball, but I can give you the information on what the experts are predicting. So we've been experiencing this tension in the marketplace. Mortgage rates increase, which in other videos we referenced all the variables that can create that, particularly inflation. But when rates increase, it created this lock-in effect, which means that people that might have otherwise sold their homes didn't do so. So now people are sitting on the sidelines, they're putting off their plans to move, and there are less homes on the market, contributing more to our inventory challenges and keeping that upward pressure on pricing. And I do believe we're going to see some relief on mortgage rates into 2025. I don't think it's going to be as dramatic as they were once predicting, but I do think it's going to move in the right direction. I'm not sure if we're going to see rates solidly into the 5s, but let's share what the experts are predicting. And I'm going to start here with a quote from Rick Sharga that said, "I don't expect to see a meaningful increase in the supply of existing homes for sale until mortgage rates are back down into the low 5% range." So I think what Rick is trying to say is we're not going to see this sort of mass display of people bringing their homes back into the market next year until we see much better mortgage rates. And while I do agree with that, from all that I'm reading, I do believe we're going to see an improvement in inventory. I do believe we're going to see more people putting their homes on the market despite seeing a dramatic mortgage rate drop. Rates will start to ease into this new normal, and people are not going to want to put their plans off any longer. It may not be as dramatic as we once hoped, but we are predicting to see improvement. So what are the forecasters predicting? Well, right here, these are our mortgage rate projections as of the 4th of December. You see this fourth quarter of this year through the fourth quarter of next year. Fannie Mae, MBA, Wells Fargo, the average of all three, and it has them by the end of the year getting down below 6.33. And we can even call that maybe 6.25. And I think now where we stand, if you want to see it in this graphic, this is what this looks like graphically. So this rise up in rates sort of plateauing over the last year. Now, I think some of these projections might have come in with this panic and paralyzation lens of what's ahead. So I do believe there's opportunity to beat that. Now, you've heard me say before, if you try to predict mortgage rates, you're likely going to be wrong. But could we see a dip into the 5s? It's not what they're predicting, but maybe. I do think it's anyone's guess. But I do confidently feel that we're not going to see these rates blow the doors off with their changes. We will see relief, and that will help us move in the right direction. But based upon what experts are saying, I really don't believe we'll see something truly dramatic next year. Freddie Mac said this: "Lower mortgage rates are expected to boost the housing market, but the lift will be modest given continued tightness in the existing inventory and home buyers staying on the sidelines expecting further rate declines." So what do I think? Will we beat these projections? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I do think we're going to see us continue to move in the right direction, bringing some relief for home buyers out there, and that's a very good thing. I also believe we'll bring more business into the market as well. We should still see homes continue to rise in price and the rate of appreciation. This is a look at the 16 forecasters that say, okay, what's going to happen in the U.S. housing market next year relative to price? The majority of these range in the 3 to 4% range, 2.9 to 4.9. I'm going to call it 3 to 4%. 3%. The average of all of these is 3% right here as you look across there, which is very normal, very healthy price appreciation for residential real estate. Now that's a look at the national market. There will be markets that are outlier markets where we may even see price declines or a plateau. And no doubt there may be some markets that are hotter than this. But nationally, based upon this, I hope to see a very healthy real estate market nationally. And that's a good thing. That rapid rise in prices that we were seeing is unsustainable. So to see normal appreciation is a good sign for a very healthy real estate market moving forward. Now, the other thing I clearly see from forecasters is that the total home sales is forecasted to rise the projected new home and existing home sales going into next year, about 5.1 million. Now, let me back up for a second here, because this is new homes and existing homes, 5.1 million. Normally, when you hear home sales, they talk about existing home sales. This stat here added new construction to this. And you can see here the peak of the market was 2021. And then we sort of come down to the last couple of years, and we will come back up. I think we'll look at 2024 as being the valley of home sales and being the valley of transactions, and we'll start to work our way out of it. The deputy chief economist of First American said, "Looking ahead to 2025, my baseline expectation is that single-family home construction is poised to steadily increase, bolstered by modest declines in financing costs for builders and buyers, and by the scarcity of existing homes due to the mortgage rate lock-in effects." So what do I see from what forecasters are saying? I see mortgage rates as being in a better scenario. I see prices rising, but at a more normal rate. I see the number of home sales forecasted to rise, and that's all a good thing. And I know the builders are trying to build houses as fast as they can. And I even see on the state level some zoning changes happening that could help ease our inventory challenges. Like take Massachusetts, for example, where they changed the zoning around accessory dwelling units that could also help with our inventory challenges. So I hope that gives you a little look around the corner as we head into 2025 and we wrap up the year. And I'm always so grateful for everyone that watches our Suffield, Connecticut housing market update. If you have any questions or want to talk more about any of these topics, let's connect. And worried on how to sell and buy at the same time? It can be done, and we have proven strategies that we have helped many sellers like you make a seamless transition. So whether you're looking to sell or might just want to discuss what options exist for you, please reach out, as I'm here to help you with all your real estate goals. And if you're just curious what your home is worth, click that button below for an instant home value. As a local realtor in Suffield, Connecticut, I strive to provide all the information and knowledge so that you can navigate our market with confidence. If you found this information useful, please give us a like or share it with a friend. And as we wrap up 2024, my hope for you is that you have a wonderful holiday season and a great finish to this year. And we can't wait to be back with you in 2025. So all right, this is your December Suffield, Connecticut housing market update. We'll see you next year.